Hey guys! Today on Aden's World we have a very special Hylian Chef that will share 10 of their special recipes with us. It's a pleasure for me to introduce Zelda. Yes, the one from the legend, the princess, the warrior, the royal hero. She has told me that she has 5 main courses and 5 desserts for us. Let's start with the main courses. Okay, so now let's head over here to the main course station. And now let's get the first thing on our list. The seafood paella. Sounds good. Okay guys, so if you would like to try these recipes at home, you can check out the recipe in the description below. So let's toss these in and see what we get. Alright, so we got seafood paella with 15 heart recovery. Wow. Now that is amazing. So depending on what ingredients you use, it actually gives you different results. So be sure to try out a few different combinations. So anyway, so for the next thing on our main courses list, we have seafood rice balls, which is pretty much sushi. So let's make that. Alright, so now that we've gotten the ingredients, let's toss these in and see what results we get. So there we go. So we got mighty seafood rice balls, which is pretty much sushi. But yeah, so it recovers 4 hearts and gives us 1 minute 50 second of a low level attack power boost. So that's still pretty good. So depending on what fish you use in this, so because the recipe is Hylian rice and then any fish, so depending on what fish you use, you'll get different results. But let's just continue on. So our next recipe on the main course list is a meat stuffed pumpkin. So let's do that now. Alright, now that we've gotten all the ingredients, this recipe is only a pumpkin and then any kind of meat. So let's drop these in and see what we get. Alright, so here we go. We got a tough meat stuffed pumpkin. So same amount of hearts as the last recipe, 4. And then we get 1 minute 20 second of a low level defense boost, which still that's pretty cool. So now let's move on to our 4th recipe in the main courses. So we got glazed veggies. Okay, so now that we've gotten the ingredients, so this recipe is only any type of vegetable and then coarser bee honey. So let's drop these in and see what we get. Alright, so we got 5 recovery hearts this time, and it actually is pretty good. So let's continue on to our next recipe. Okay, so for the final item on our main courses list, we are going to make wheat bread. So this is a pretty cool recipe, and we are going to show you how to make that right now. Alright, so here we go, and let's make this. This is a pretty cool recipe, and believe it or not, I didn't even know this one existed. So here we go, we got wheat bread. This time we only got 2 hearts of recovery on it, but I believe if you put like different amounts of ingredients, because I only put the 1 Tabantha wheat and 1 butter, I think if you add more, it'll give you more recovery hearts. So be sure to try that. Alright, so now let's move on to our desserts. So let's head right over here to our dessert station, and let's start with fruitcake. Alright, so now let's make this recipe right here, and I've used a Hearty durian in this recipe, so you can use that as well. And there we go, so we got +4 temporary hearts and a full recovery. So that's pretty amazing. So I recommend using the Hearty durians in the fruit related recipes. So let's continue on to our next recipe. So next on our desserts list is apple pie. Alright, so here we go. Now let's cook this and see what results we get on our apple pie. There we go. Oh wow. So we actually got 6 hearts of recovery on our apple pie. I'm not exactly sure what we did right there, but that was pretty cool. So now let's move on to our third item on our desserts list. So it is carrot cake. So we'll be right back. Alright, so now that we've gotten our ingredients, let's move on and see what results we get on our carrot cake. Alright, so we got hasty carrot cake. So it recovers 3 hearts and gives 4 minutes 40 seconds of a low level movement speed boost. So guys, you can actually use a swift carrot, or you can use an endura carrot. So either one of those. So I use a swift carrot for this recipe, but endura will actually give you more stamina, at least temporary stamina and full stamina refill. But yeah, so let's move on to our next item on our list. So it is pumpkin pie. So we'll be right back. Alright, so here we go. So we got all the ingredients we need for this recipe right here. Bingo. Alright. So we got tough pumpkin pie, and this one restores 6 hearts and gives us 4 minutes 30 of a low level defense boost. So that's pretty cool actually. So now let's move on to our next recipe. So it's our final recipe in the desserts list, which is egg pudding. Let's make that. Alright, so now that we've gotten the ingredients, as I mentioned before, if you want to check out these recipes, I will leave them in the description below. So let's continue on and make this. So each time it plays that little melody right there, while cooking, it seems like it actually gives you like some sort of boost, but I don't know exactly how to trigger that. So if you guys know, let us know in the comments below. So let's move on. But this recipe also gave us 6 hearts of recovery. That's very interesting. So that is pretty much it for today's video. But real quick, before we end it, we're going to be doing some taste testing. So now let's go right over here and let's do some taste testing right here on this recipe. Let's do it. Alright, so it seems pretty good. So anyway, that is pretty much it for today's video. And guys, if you want to check out some of our Breath of the Wild videos, we actually have a walkthrough series, which you can check out in the description below, that we call a Royal Hero. And if you would like to check out more tutorials, you can check those out in the description below as well. So that is pretty much it. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button so you never miss out on another video on Aden's World. So see you next time on Aden's World.
Huh?